Hello, fellow stampers, and I am here today with the Hey Handsome paper pack from Close to My Heart. This was a card kit that I received that has instructions for making these 4 cards. And let me show you the papers first, kind of getting ahead of myself. So this is the paper that came in the kit, and it's double-sided, just like all of the Close to My Heart papers are. And then it came with these colored cardstocks and this stamp set and die set right there. And then this instruction sheet to make these 4 cards up here. And they're pretty clear cut, give you the cutting guide and the directions for them. But I'm gonna mix it up a little bit and do something different with my paper pack that I have. Father's Day is quickly approaching. I did not do a video for a Mother's Day card. Time kind of got away from me a little bit. I had planned to, and then I didn't get around to it. And I thought this morning is a perfect time to jump in, make a Father's Day card, which is coming up. And this is going, hopefully, I haven't made it yet, but it looked pretty easy and simple. So I figured, okay, let's jump in and make a Father's Day card. All right, so I went ahead and cut out the little pocket with the die cut that comes in the stamp set right here. And I cut it out of this color paper. I did that off screen since my die cut machine's on the other side of the room. I'm going to set that to the side for a second. And let me go ahead and move my papers as well just for a second. I want to go ahead and do my stamping on here. Try to line that up as straight as I can on my little stamping platform. All right, and I'm gonna use the stamp set that says, I just really love you. This card I'm going to be giving to my husband for Father's Day. I'm just trying to get it lined up. Don't want to get my head in the screen. All right, get that stuck down. Make sure that my stamp is straight on here. It looks pretty good. All right, and the ink that I'm going to be using is called Outdoor Denim. It is a older kind of ink pad from Close to My Heart. I'm not sure if the color itself is retired or not. The paper packet recommended Harbor for the color blue. I don't have that current one, so I'm going to use my Outdoor Denim, which I already had in my stash here. I'm gonna ink that up really good. I did season the stamp prior to starting my film. That's really important when you have a brand new stamp set you haven't used yet. You always want to like season it really well. All right, I might stamp that just one more time, but I'm okay with how that's looking. Let's see. All right, perfect. Okay, grab my cleaner. I always keep paper towel right here on my work surface. I just sprayed it down with some water and just cleaned it up really good. All right. Just putting it back on the sheet here, and then I want to make this little pocket here. Again, I'm going to go off camera just for a second so I can see how I can line this up without having my head right in the screen. All right, hopefully that's straight. If you've watched my videos before, I've explain that I am legally blind in one eye, and then I have cataracts in the other eye. This coming Friday is my eye appointment for cataract surgery for my good eye. And so hopefully the doctor will be able to help me out some and restore some of my vision. That's what the hope is. So sorry about so much of this being off screen. I don't want my head to be right there and in the way of the camera. All right, hopefully that came out straight. Let's see. All right, it's not totally straight, but you know what? I'm all right with it. I think my husband will forgive me. He knows that I'm blind. Okay, let's clean this off. And then that's all the stamping that I need to do. And I'm gonna put these away really quick. Okay. Yeah, that's super cute. It could have been straighter, but that is all right. Gonna put that down here and pull out my cutting board. And all right, let's start with these papers. All right, so the first cut that I'm gonna make is I want to be able to use this zip strip with this right here. I'm gonna go ahead and be cutting right down here because I want this entire thing with that zip strip included. So again, hopefully my head is not in the way here. So I'm going to be cutting down. All right, let's go ahead and cut this piece down to where I need it. So this piece I'm going to want 5 1/4. Put it right there. Get that back in the camera view. All right, so I'm gonna put that up here with my pocket. Now I'm gonna flip this over. Now on this paper, it kind of fades from a lighter side all the way down to a darker side. I wanna be able to stay here on this light side. The pattern might be messing with the camera a little bit there. Sorry about that if that's happening. And let's see, this I want as a 3 3/4 square. So line that up right there. All right, so I have my 3 3/4 square. That's going to go up there as well. I'm done with that paper. All right, and this is going to become the actual card part, and that is going to be 8 by 5 1/4. So I'm going to do 5 1/4 first. Make that cut. And then I want this to be 8. All right, so we have that. And then this last piece here is going to be a 5 1/2 by 4 1/2. So let's do 4 1/2. By 5 1/2. right, and then those are all the pieces that are needed for this card. I'm going to pull out my scoreboard here and get my stylus out. All right, so this is actually going to be a base piece. I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a moment. All right, and then this piece here, again, make sure my board is in view. I'm going to score that at the 4-inch mark. Okay, so there is a light side and a dark side. I think I'm going to stick with the dark side on the outside of this. I think it'll show up really nice looking like that. And then this, I want to score right down again. I'm going to pull this closer to me. So sorry if it's out of view, guys. So what I'm doing here is I just want to be able to score this triangle right down the middle. So I just need to have it as close to me as possible. So all I've done is put a score line right down the middle of it here, and then I'm going to be folding it in half, just like that, to make a triangle. All right, and now we're done with the scoreboard. All right, so we have all these pieces here. We have this piece stamped out and cut out. All right, and so the first thing that we're going to do is take, let's see, which side do I like? Maybe that one. It actually goes like that. All right, so the card is going to open up like this. Okay, and this I'm going to be attaching to the back, just like that. All right, so let me pull out my tape. Okay, where's my little tool? And start with this little one. Oops. Okay, so I want it to be able to open like this. I'm going to go ahead and close it, and then I wanted the corners to be right on there, just like that. And I'm gonna get this part of the tape off. There we go. So it looks like that. All right, now we're going to attach it to the base, just like that. So let me flip it over. And again, we're just gonna what I really liked about this card idea here is I don't have to use an envelope for it. This is going to form its own little kind of envelope. Haven't really thought yet on what to get my husband for Father's Day. So I need to go on to his Amazon, take a look at if he has anything on his wish list or anything in the save for later part of the shopping cart, see if there's something there. His hobbies are woodworking, 3D printing, CNC type of work, and I have no clue about that type of stuff, and so buying any kind of tool or anything for his hobbies is a little hard for me. I wouldn't know the right thing to buy or what his preferences would be, so we kind of create Amazon wish lists that for each other so that we can reference it. And I do the same thing. I put down on a wish list on Amazon what kind of either crafty ideas, tools, or different things. Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to, once again, I'm gonna pull this closer to me so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so off camera, I went ahead and mounted that on here. I was noticing that one side of it was just a tad more blue than what I wanted. So once I got it centered the way that I wanted to, I did take it back to the paper cutter and trimmed off just a tiny bit more off of the top. So if using my measurements, you might find the same thing. So I just, after mounting it, I just went ahead and trimmed off the top to make sure that it was a little more balanced. Also, my idea that I had originally, the reason I left the zip strip on here was because I was thinking I was gonna put it down like this, and then this pocket's gonna go right here. However, looking at that, it looks a little busy to me, and I'm not sure that I am really going with that. And so I think I'm gonna change up my mind a little bit here. So I'm going to pull back out the paper cutter, and let's go ahead and take that zip strip off. All right, hopefully that's straight. All right, I think I'm still going to use this though. I think I'm going to put that on the inside. So now I think I'm liking that a little better. I can put that down a little bit lower and then have my pocket here like this. Yep, and I think I like that better. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my, let's see, this tape might be a little too wide. Let me get some thinner tape out here real quick. If anybody watching this has had cataract surgery before, I am nervous about it. I'm not sure what to expect. A couple years back, I had torn retina, which led to me being legally blind in the one eye. Unfortunately, the torn retina happened the day before we had a hurricane hit Florida, and everything closed down. So my surgery was delayed by almost a week, which was very unfortunate but unavoidable. So my retina surgery was not fun. I survived and made it through, but it just wasn't fun. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about having to have this cataract surgery, but it will be worth it if I can see again. Losing your vision is not fun. Okay, so this is some foam. It was actually a whole foam sheet that I had used on a die cut. I'll do another video in the future on what I use that for, but this was just kind of a leftover side piece, and I kept it off to the side knowing that I'd have projects like these that it would come in handy. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of put these at an angle down here at this pocket. And cut this one down a little more. And see, will that be enough? I think that'll be enough. I just want to be able to keep the pocket lifted up just a bit. All right, and the purpose of that is it's going to hold our little tag down here. Again, just try to make sure that I'm even. All right, and so the idea was to have this little pocket to hold down this little envelope flap. I might put a couple more pieces right there. I don't know, we'll see. And then it opens up, and then yeah, I think I'll still use that right down here just for some added visual interest and balance out that top. But as I've mentioned in previous videos, I'm married to an engineer, and he is pretty picky and OCD as well. So, but he knows that I'm doing my best with what I've got. So, all right, what do you guys think? So it folds up. I might go ahead and add just a small little dot here on the sides just to be able to hold it down a tiny bit more. Otherwise, there we go. So a card that doesn't require an envelope. It itself is the envelope. What do you think? All right, leave a comment down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And thanks for joining me today. I hope you liked it. We'll see you next time. Bye.